It happened at the funeral. Rain had turned the cemetery into a mirror of mud and grief. The air smelled of lilies and wet soil. Two scents I can't stand anymore. My daughter's coffin sat open, her hair combed perfectly, like she was only sleeping. My wife stood beside me, veil trembling against her breath. When she leaned closer, her whisper sliced through the air like a confession meant for no one. She wasn't yours anyway. For a second I thought I'd misheard her. The priest's voice droned on about eternal rest. The crowd shifted, but her words clung to the inside of my skull. Wasn't mine? My fingers tightened around the folded paper in my pocket. The paternity results I'd collected 2 days earlier, after months of doubt I hadn't yet dared to name. 99.9%. I didn't move, didn't speak. I just turned my head slightly toward her. She stared straight ahead, face carved from calm. And in that silence between us, something inside me died a second time. It began with a photo, a family gathering. Her sister's husband, Daniel, standing too close to my wife. A hand, subtle but resting against her lower back, disguised as comfort. Everyone smiled, except her. She looked caught. I remember scrolling through her phone that night, not searching, just passing time. But the text thread stopped me. A message pinned at the top, unnamed, just a heart emoji. The most recent one read, "She looks more like me every year." She, not she's, as if talking about someone else, as if talking about our daughter. I didn't confront her, not yet. I just stared at our child sleeping that night. The same dimple, the same dark eyes that never quite matched mine. I told myself it was paranoia, grief waiting for a reason to wake. But the truth? The truth had been quietly waiting too. I sent off the test 2 weeks later. Hair from her hairbrush, mine from the bathroom sink. I labeled them with shaking hands and sealed the envelope like a confession I'd never give voice to. Every day after that I played my part. Breakfasts, small talk, her soft laughter, rehearsed affection, polite concern. But behind her eyes, something shifted. She must have felt the temperature change, the way silence grew heavier around me. I watched her text in corners, delete messages, turn her phone face down. When I asked if she was okay, she smiled too quickly. "I'm just tired." I memorized that tone, the one she used when lying to herself. Nights grew long. I'd wake to find her missing from bed. Once I saw her outside on the patio, phone pressed to her chest, whispering into the dark. Her sister's husband's car wasn't in his driveway that night. When the envelope finally arrived, I didn't open it immediately. I waited, for calm, for precision, for the storm inside me to turn into something colder. 99.9%. The words glared back from the page, undeniable, irreversible. She was mine. And yet her betrayal was worse than I'd imagined, because she had believed I'd never check. She had lived each day as if truth could be buried beneath domestic rituals and quiet smiles. That night I invited her sister's family for dinner. Casual, innocent. She hesitated, but agreed. Daniel came wearing his usual charm. His laughter filled the house too easily, like he'd been rehearsing it for years. My wife wouldn't meet my eyes all evening. When dessert came, I placed the folded paper beside her plate. She didn't touch it. Her hand trembled once before she unfolded it. Her face drained of color. Then confusion. Then fear. She looked at me, mouth half open. I don't understand," she whispered. I did. Then, "Who?" she began. I leaned forward. Calm. "Check your sister's husband." The room froze. Her sister's spoon clattered to the table. Daniel stopped breathing. No shouting, no violence. Just silence. The kind that ends marriages and illusions. She turned to her sister, eyes wild with betrayal. Daniel stood, muttering something incoherent before leaving through the back door like a coward avoiding light. The rest of the night played out in fragments. Her sobbing against the kitchen wall, her sister screaming, and me collecting the plates. I didn't look back, didn't comfort, didn't explain. Revenge isn't always destruction. Sometimes it's a mirror held steady until the liar sees themselves clearly. The funeral ended hours ago. The rain has stopped. Only wilted flowers remain beside the casket. My wife hasn't spoken since the truth surfaced. She sits inside the car, staring at nothing. I stand by the grave, alone. There's no anger left, just the dull ache of something that once lived and doesn't anymore. People talk about closure like it's peace. It's not. It's clarity, cold, clean, final. I drop the last flower into the soil. It lands softly, almost soundless. She wasn't yours anyway. I almost smile. No, she was mine, and now she's gone, taking with her the last lie that ever had power over me. I walk away, and for the first time, I don't look back.
Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and comment. Subscribe now to Cheating Stories Insight World for more amazing stories.